Happy Decemberween. Welcome back to Isle B. The last time I recorded this was in August, just to show you what the island was like then. Since then, a lot of things have changed on the island, including villagers, including the topography, a number of things. And today I will just be showing all that off. And we're here. So, welcome to the island, by the way, to those of you who are new to this video, and to my Animal Crossing island in general. We'll be touring my house a little bit later. For now, though, I got mail. Hey, Yoshiller sent me something. And I also ordered a couple of things. Well, that's a good start. An RC helicopter, old baby. There it goes. And back in the leaf you go. So, yesterday for Toy Day it was snowing a fair bit, so I'm gonna have to do some cleanup regarding tree branches, fossils, and flowers. In fact, I see one off to the right there that I'll need to clean up in a short little bit. But yeah, in the last video I had my house elsewhere on the island, but I've moved it to the northwest part of my island now, just because I felt like it was time for a change. I was getting a little bored of the previous location. But right next to the house we also have a bunch of my DIY recipes. Most of them are ones that I like myself, so I figured some people would have use for them. Can't really read that one just yet. Anyway, previously, where my house currently is where one of my oldest villagers, Nibbles, used to live, but she has since moved on. And after Nibbles left, this neighborhood was occupied by a couple of villagers. There was Julia, and then there was Marina and Annabelle. Marina and Annabelle have since left, but Julia's still here. I just moved her house. We're gonna head down to the resident services, pick up some tree branches along the way. There are some forest mushrooms scattered around. Keep your eye out for them. Sable is my visitor today. I'm sorry, Label. I don't know why I got them confused. Here's Phoebe. I believe since the last one, I have had Aurora move in, who is one of 2 amiibo villagers I have access to. One time when I was searching for a specific villager called Lily on a bunch of island tours, I ran into Aurora, but I was so dedicated to finding Lily that I turned down Aurora, and I really liked her, but I had to pull myself away from her at the time, and I regretted it afterwards. So eventually my girlfriend got me an amiibo coin, and then Aurora came by and has stayed on the island ever since. Phoebe was one of my initial villagers, but she left for a while to make room for a different villager called Francine. And then when I went surfing for new villagers on island tours, Phoebe happened to be on one of them a while ago, and she didn't remember me at all, but I brought her back. She and Antonio, the jock anteater, were my first 2 villagers on the island, and I actually memorialize that by showing them off here on these podiums. But the front of the island has changed a little bit as well, where previously this was a neighborhood featuring Drago, Lolly, Carrie, and whatever fourth villager I tended to have in rotation at the time. Because that house tended to be pretty... What is it? It was originally Phoebe's house, then Francine took it over, then there was Bud, then there... Bud. And around there as well, there was Lionel, but they've all left. But yeah, this location is just chill spots. Makes you feel a little bit tropical amidst all these different colors of flower. If you ever just want to relax, take a load off, walk through the flowers, you can do that. Up here, we have my 3 favorite villagers on my island right now. This is Lolly, who a while ago I found her on an island tour randomly and really liked her, so I grabbed her. I later found out she's actually a popular one, and I didn't know that at the time. But I've kept her ever since because she's just adorable. Also, her Homestar Runner-esque eyes, the 6s, those are cute. This is Aurora's house. So, I have a few crafting implications here, like a couple of tool shelves. There's a DIY workbench, a toolbox, and a cart. Because Aurora, for a long time, was almost always crafting every single day. So I figured, well, she loves crafting, so let's just give her a bunch of crafting gear. And then eventually she just stopped crafting altogether, so hey, it is what it is. And the other amiibo coin villager that I got is Lily. So she's a cute blue frog, and was my first villager in New Leaf to have given me her picture. And come to think of it, I think it might be my only one. But she was my favorite in New Leaf, and for the longest time I wanted to get her in this game. But no matter how hard I tried on Nook Island tours, I could not find her. So eventually, my girlfriend ended up getting me a second amiibo coin at the same time as Aurora, and it was Lily. So I have her to thank for the adorable frog getting onto my island. Also, let me do something real quick here. I figured having 2 different colors of water cooler there was a little bit jarring, so I ordered a different one. Down here we have my seafood restaurant. I don't remember what state this was in before. Like, I don't remember if at the time of recording my my older video, it was down here already, or if it was in its original place. We have a couple of waiters there. We got a few fish to choose from. Get your favorite jams playing on the jukebox. You can see what's being ordered today. So yeah, there's that. And of course, dried squid. Flower cleanup real quick. This is a nice little resting spot and a parking area as well. So the seafood restaurant definitely gets a lot of attention around here, it seems. I'm gonna comb the beach a little bit. We'll return to the to Nook's Cranny in a little bit. Okay. I'm looking for the message in a bottle, so it must be on the West Coast. Nook's Cranny is kind of all over the place. It can't really decide what it wants to be. Like, does it want to be a hub for entertainment and news? Does it want to be a location to hear the latest bounties? Or do you want to refill on gas for your bicycles. But also, just advertising everywhere. Here's the Able Sisters, and previously I used to have a villager home here, but I ended up deciding, well, I need a bit of change to my island, so I decided to move the Ables right over here, right next to the Nook's Cranny. And, of course, if you want to take a load off. Let's go check out what's in Nook's Cranny today. Or, possibly, who. Looks like Julia's hanging around. She's a snooty villager who was at the campsite at one point, and I liked her design, so I invited her over. And yeah, lately she did also give me her photo. So now she's kind of expendable. I've gotten all I really want out of her. I've got all the reactions. I've got all the snooty DIY recipes I really want, and I've gotten her picture. So she may not be next on the chopping block, but she's neat enough where I would not feel bad if she stuck around, and I would also not feel bad if she left. I'm gonna see how much this fancy violin costs. That's a lot. I think my prices are either fluctuating this week or they hit a spike earlier on in the week. Alright, we're about to reach 1 p.m. now, so we'll hear the toll of the bell, and then the music will change. But as that's going on, I'm going to clean up some flowers. I learned right when December hit that or rather, not even when December hit, but when the snow started falling, that a lot of my pathways here on the island needed to go if I was to work with the snowballs to get snow boys. Also, there's Lily right there. And it started snowing, so now all the flowers have been watered again, and I'm going to need to do some more cleanup tomorrow. Hi, Lily. Is there anything I could give her right now? I made her catchphrase blip. Or more accurately, I think in Japanese her name is Rainy or Reina, because, you know, she's a frog and they love rain. She's great. Yeah, blue roses. They're kind of an infestation on my island right now. I had so much trouble getting the first one, so I enlisted the help of an acquaintance through Yoshiller called Charles C. Bernardo. We record Animal Crossing videos together, and, like, with Yoshiller. And he happened to have some spare blue roses, by which I mean he had the same problem that I currently do, where once you get a good amount of blue roses, they just keep spawning, and there's no way to easily get rid of them unless you want to throw them out. So, yeah. So I'm not sure how much space. Okay. And this is why, around my island, I have placed a good amount of trash cans, so I can throw things out if I need to. And And yes, I'm throwing away blue rosebuds. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. Right. I think my original flower on the island was tulips. And my sister flower was hyacinths. Like, no matter where I went, I would always be able to find hyacinths or tulips. Like, island tours, those are the only two kinds of flowers that would ever spawn, and they were very plentiful in amount. And, yeah. I think the flower I have the least of on the island currently are lilies. Ironically. Because I've got these cosmos here. This was a project I mostly started for autumn, but I have yet to do anything else with this, so I might have to adjust what's going on here for the winter. Where I wanted fall colors, and I wanted specifically apple trees to show up. I'm also going to need to customize this real quick. But now that it's all snowed over, it's just bright for no real given reason. So, I don't know, maybe I'll update it to be... I guess apples still kind of work for the season. Maybe peaches. But I've got enough fruit trees of each kind to be able to, you know, experiment a little bit. And my native fruit is oranges, so I actually think I have the fewest orange trees of any type of tree here. And yeah, I also have an abundance of these lilies of the valley, because I've stayed at a 5-star island pretty consistently throughout my playtime. There's a soccer field, which is also a new addition. Sometimes snow boys will spawn here, so I would need to roll them up on the soccer field. But only one of them has been able to spawn at a time over there. In fact, yesterday, one of them spawned in this little area, but just one snowball, which was strange to me. Because there was little room for it to move around here already, but then the other one happened to spawn up by Sid's house right here. And the other one was just hanging out in these flowers. It was bizarre. But I've glossed over the fact already, but yeah, this is the other neighborhood for all my villagers. This is Julia's house. We already saw her back at Nook's Cranny. If we were to enter into a different building and then come out, she'd probably be home. Her home is one of those which is hard to, like, customize for yourself, where you don't really know what to give her. On the right side of her house, it seems like she's got a lot of bathing equipment, so like she has a shower stall, she has a bathtub, and then she has a bath towel. But her bath towel is also her bed, because she has, this current iteration of Julia, I have a queen-sized bed in the back left of her house, but when she had a bath towel, she said, whenever I go to sleep, there's nothing more comfortable than this bath towel, rather than the bed she can sleep on in the back. And the reason for that is she can't actually reach her back bath towel, her back bed, because it's covered up by a stool. This is Sid's house. Sid is currently the longest running villager on the island. As you can see, he's right underneath me. Because, like, Phoebe and Antonio both left. Antonio recently I found on an island tour and was like, oh, shoot, I haven't seen you again in a long time. Come back here. So while I technically have a couple of villagers who have been here since the start, their houses are totally different because they're actually their character-specific houses rather than their personality-specific houses. Like, my original 5 are no longer here, for example. But yeah, Sid, he's kind of a punk little guy, so he likes singing and he's big into music, so I give him a lot of music equipment. Here's Antonio's house. It used to be Rold's house, or at least house location. Rold recently was a jock penguin who moved out because he asked to move, and I already had his picture, so I was good with leaving him. But yeah, Antonio's back. I have yet to really customize his yard, but I've left the flowers from when Rold was here. Phoebe's house, very fiery. She's a phoenix, so yeah, just a lot of fire, a lot of orange pansies and yellow and reds. This leads down to the secret beach, where whenever Red's here, he gets a beautiful welcome. And back here is where I keep a lot of my excess flowers that I'm not using. I wish I could swap it with something that's already in my inventory, but it doesn't work that way, apparently. I have an idea. I'm not going to use this anyway. Goodbye, abalone. Abalone. But yeah, even more Lilies of the Valley. This was a project that I had worked on for, like, right when I got every color of flower, or right around the time I was getting every color of flower. But this has moved, the patch itself has moved around multiple times, so this is its current location. Hi, Antonio. So Coco's another one of my campsite villagers, kind of recently. She's a pretty popular one. She's the one that looks like a gyroid. The rabbit looks like a gyroid. But as soon as she gives me her picture, I'm probably gonna replace her with somebody else when the opportunity arises. We'll go visit Gruff real quick. Gruff is one of those villagers that I wasn't expecting to like at first. So when I ran into him on an island tour, I didn't really like how he looked. Because, you know, with the beard and the weird eyes. And he's a cranky villager who's one of my least favorite personalities. But then I looked at his house, and it's a jazz club. You gotta love jazz clubs. So I had to get him on that premise alone. But yeah, we'll go visit Coco now. Place your bets on if she's the one crafting today. Or at least at this hour. Nope, she isn't. Which means the only villager I haven't visited yet today is Drago, or at least acknowledged, is Drago. And he's probably crafting, and I have a full inventory. Well, near full inventory. I now have a full inventory. I will stop by a trash can. I don't think I have one here in this little playground area, but yeah, playground area. A lot of street lamps to keep the kids illuminated. A lot of things to jump on. Just a good time. Also benches for the parents if they ever want to, you know, supervise their children. By which I mean, you should supervise your children. You fools. Little ocarina on a log stool. Hi. I'm super into make videos. It's the best. That's in regards to what do you like to do, and my answer is make videos. But when you take it out of context, it's it doesn't quite work out the way you'd expect. Alright, there's a trash can around here, so I'll go dump off all my excess flowers. and also get to show you briefly what the front of the island looks like here. Once you're welcomed into Isle B from the airport, you can either head to the right, you know, as indicated by the little signpost there to go to the shop, or if you want to go right into resident services, you can do that. Alternatively, the museum is out this way. I already have all the fossils, and recently I have succeeded in getting all of the fish and bugs in the game to demonstrate that the museum is for pretty much every kind of walk of life. You got fish on the left, you got dinosaur fossils on the right, you got your bugs, and you got your works of art. Still missing a lot of works of art, and not all the sea creatures have been captured yet, but I'm going to have to wait until March anyway to get all the sea creatures. But let's go have a look around. I'm sure everybody's seen the completed fossil exhibits by now, and for the record, I have played once a day, every day, since the game came out. Never did any time traveling, so this is December 25th on a game save that was not, that did not employ time travel at all, personally. It's possible some of the items I have received were gotten by other players who did time travel, but me personally, I did not time travel to get any of them, and I did not go out of my way to ask a time traveler to get me a specific item. Hey, that me. Am descendant. Yeah, you got like a lot of different animal varieties here. And then at the very far end, you had human. Because that's what the Australopith was an ancestor of. It's very warm. Excuse me. It's very warm in the museum. Maybe it's because I'm wearing this hat. We'll try not to disturb Blathers. He's having a nap. Too early in the day for him. Here we're at the completed bug exhibit. We got a bunch of cicadas up on the trees. Some of the fish have also made their way into the pond area, or even the rivers. We got a diving water beetle down there. Over here we've got some, like a praying mantis. And a rainbow stag, I believe, on the tree right there. There's a bee floating around. There's a Raja Brooks birdwing, I believe. Jewel or tiger beetle jumping around. Tiger butterfly flying around. I think that's a giant stag on the tree. All these stag beetles and just other beetles. All from summer, pretty much. And sometimes at night, you'll be able to come to this tree and see, like, a wrestling match with a few of your stags. And it's pretty entertaining. A couple of dragonflies flying around the water. There's a damselfly right there, the blue one. Right next to the monarch butterfly. Oh, sorry, the emperor butterfly. A few more stags. And we can head into the laboratory, as I refer to it. The indoor bugs. Alternatively, the in captivity bugs. The ones with terrariums that cannot be quite accommodated by an open space. So the beach bugs, the desert bugs, dung beetle, for example. And I think the scorpion is around here somewhere. What's this one? Tarantula. Oh, he's hiding probably. Oh yeah, he's right there. Scorpion? Yeah, there he is. He's hiding out with the dung beetle. Dung beetle being the last one that I ever caught. And donated, rather. You got your ant farms, some cicada shell on the right, which is weird that it counts as a bug. Some locusts, grasshoppers, crickets. And here you get your paper kite butterfly, your flies, your fleas, and I don't remember what that one is. Mosquito, obviously. Just your pests, pretty much. Your walking leaf and walking sticks, the blending in ones. You got your orchid mantis. That is just a plain old moth and a centipede, I believe. And then once we come in here, we get a bunch of butterflies and other kinds of small beetles, like a ladybug. And a snail, also, on the bush back there. Also, if you caught a frog, then sometimes they can appear in here alongside some koi fish. Hey, you got all your butterflies and moths and stuff. Very serene. And last stop on our museum tour, we'll go into the fish exhibit. I am missing 3 sea creatures, but I can only get one of those missing 3 this month, I'm pretty sure, and then the other 2 I can't get until February and March, I think. So I'm caught up with what sea creatures I'm available to catch, or I have been available to catch. You got your different pond fish here, and a snapping turtle as well. And a soft-shell turtle swimming around. Look at him go. You got your different tiers of river fish. So, you got your fish that spawn at the river mouth, including the sturgeon and the 2 types of salmon. And there's a crab in there, too. Wait, a crab or 2 crabs? I only see the... Oh, there is a horseshoe crab back there. I was looking at the crab right in front of here. Mitten crab, that's the one. You got your higher altitude fish, including the stringfish, the tilapia, pale chub, yellow perch, all that. You got your cherry salmon, golden trout, and char. These are deep river fish. Arapaima, the dorado, the arowana, piranha. Settled Bashir, I believe, is that one down there? Yeah. And we can go into the deep sea fish now. You got your big tank full of sharks and tuna and a marlin. Whale shark, sunfish, mahi-mahi. And a bunch of anchovies. I think those are anchovies. Yeah. Look at them go. I only donated 1, but that whole school is over there swimming. In the deep, deep tanks, you got your planking, I guess, oarfish, the coelacanth, the football fish, the barrel eye, I think is its name. Barrel eye, yeah. And then some deep sea creatures, including the Venus flower basket, giant isopod, the... can't tell if that's a red king crab or a snow crab. Can never remember the difference between the two of them, like which one of them has fewer legs. Chambered nautilus up there. You got your vampire squid. Just chilling. Being. Look at that giant sunfish. Boo. I was actually behind the sunfish the entire time. We got your moon jellyfish, I believe they're called. Yep. Some Arctic water fish, like the sea butterfly. You got your sweet shrimp. A whelk, I believe, is at the bottom left. Scallop. The other giant crab, the one with 6 legs. And 2 pinchers. The sea urchin. Over here we got stuff like the umbrella squid, the butterfly fish, the sturgeon fish? Surgeon fish. Clownfish. So you can find Nemo. There's a sea slug. Sea cucumber over there. There's a... garden eel? Spotted garden eel, and back there's a ribbon eel. Spiny lobster, mantis shrimp, slate pencil urchin, yep. Ribbon eel, yep, there we go. And then Napoleon fish, which, I really like its color scheme for some reason. So the Napoleon fish is actually one of my favorite fish to catch in this game. I got lucky enough to be able to catch enough of them to give CJ 3 of them for a model. But it's a shame Flick doesn't make the models for fish that big, because the Napoleon fish one is tiny. Sea grapes, flatworm, pearl oyster, and the Gygus giant clam. Look at that thing. He may look slow right now, but he's a fast summon-a-bish. And we got a bunch of our other sea creatures, including that little flappy crab. Look at him go. Dab? I mean, if you insist. Olive flounder. Yeah, the flounders and the dabs, they've swim around not exactly how you'd be expecting them to be. I always thought that they would swim like look at the red snapper. He's going horizontally side to side, but the dabs and stuff, of course, they flap up and down a little bit more like a ray or something. Oh, hey, low battery. But I guess I assumed that it would look a lot goofier for their goofy exterior if they were to go the other way. Either way. You got your moray eel flying around there. And that's the fish exhibit. Now, there's still a couple of places on Isle B that I have yet to show off, and I also need to go around cleaning up a couple more flower spots. Including, but not limited to, Drago's house, which we still haven't shown off yet, and we don't know what he's crafting. I do also want to bring up the pumpkin patch that's coming up soon. I also want to comb the beach briefly. If you want some ice cream, come get some ice cream at the beachside parlor, whatever. Get your pathway leading up to this pumpkin patch, which originally wasn't here, but I decided to move here because I still liked the pumpkins and wasn't sure what else to do with them. A lighthouse featuring a couple of stone structures, including the Moai head. Okay, well, I haven't found the message in a bottle today. Let me just get around here and dig up this extra lily. And we'll go see the dragon himself. For a while, I didn't really like lazy villagers, but Drago really grew on me. I found him on an island tour pretty early on, and I don't know, I really liked him. The best villagers that you can get, in my opinion, are the ones that you find without even trying, and you find out that you like them. For me, it was people like Lolly and Drago. And Sid, I guess. I don't remember if I got him on an island tour or if I got him through the campsite. I think it was an island tour. And I hadn't, like, gone deep diving into all of the villagers and, like, which ones I wanted to get. Because for a long time, the only one I ever wanted was Lily, and I could never find her. So once the amiibo... Like, once I had access to the amiibo, I was like, okay, got her. I don't really care about who I get now, just as long as they're not ugly. And yeah. Some campsite villagers have been, you know, okay. So I ended up recruiting them to the island. But more often than not, random campsite villagers are just eh. And when it comes to villagers leaving, I opt to wait until I at least have their photo. Then I would be more keen on letting them leave. I'm also gonna do another quick sweep of my beaches. Because if I did get a message in a bottle, I just did not notice it. Here it is. I was hiding behind my pier the whole time. The DIY Wade who DIH. And I already have it. I have the majority of the DIY recipes that people can give. I'm just missing a few from Sisterly Villagers. I think from Smug Villagers, maybe. Maybe like one or two from Cranky Villagers. And that's about it. Let me see if I can get a perfect snowboy here. Also, I don't remember if I got the large snowflake from... Wait, did I already get all of them? Because this one's not perfect. I guess this is the fourth and final for the island today. I am not confident in my abilities to build perfect snowboys because... I've only made 9 out of 10. So, if I can nail this one, then I can get that next notch in the Nook Mile achievement. But if not, I'm gonna have to wait again until tomorrow at the earliest. I don't live in a location that snows very frequently. By which I mean almost never. Because I live in the south of the United States. And to those who are not aware, it's more muggy or humid, or just hot in general when it comes to winters. And we don't have a cold enough climate to allow us to, you know, have snow on the ground, pretty much. There have been the occasional time where snow has fallen and, you know, settled for a couple of days, but sooner or later it all melts away. I don't think this is the right ratio, but let's find out. Oh, get on there. Hey, I actually did it. Amazing. Huzzah, I made the perfect snow boy. Now I just need 10 more. What else? We haven't really seen Sid yet today, but I guess he's just chilling out in either, the Ables, or he snuck home. He's not actually home. Or he's hiding behind resident services. But other than that, I'll probably just go back to my house and, show off what's over there. Yeah, I have a bit of a lamppost obsession, it seems. Oh, there's Sid. Also, let me stop in at the ABD machine. I don't need the Nook Miles, but I've been checking in at the ABD machine every day for a little while. Because I feel bad about breaking my streak whenever it happens. Alright, I think my daily activities are out of the way, and I don't really care to do Label's missions, so let's head on up to the house and investigate what's going on inside. So, welcome to the living room. It's very green, very gardeny. And I have pictures of my favorite 3 villagers. You got Lily and Lolly on the right, and Aurora on the left. Coincidentally, they're all normal villagers, but, yeah, they're just cool all around. You got your Switch at the log table, in case you ever want to just sit, watch TV, and play Switch. And if this isn't enough green and relaxation for you, back in the northern room is your serene little meditation area. You got your little onsen, got some bamboo surrounding you, just a pile of green leaves, no music whatsoever, just the sound of water trickling. Maybe that's calming to you. But make sure you don't really sit down in a pile of green leaves. You don't know what kind of bugs would be lying around in there. Both the northern room and the eastern room have not changed since the last time I recorded a video for this. But this is my library. In case you want to do some studying, some procrastinating, some essaying, or just some relaxing. Also, the manga on the walls is themed. Your action kung fu, your action superhero, your horror, your sports, your comedies, and your adventures. And of course, we also have magazines for anybody who might want it. The left room, I don't remember what was in the left room at the time of recording my last time, but I think it was still an arcade. So you got your space-themed arcade here. We are open. If you want to play a fighting game, or mahjong, or a shmup, those options are here. You got your pinball. I lost. If you just want to play some analog board games, you can do that too. Yahtzee. If you want to talk to the host of the establishment. He doesn't have much to say, but he has a bit to do. Now we're gonna head upstairs, and this is my bedroom area, but it goes through a few thematic changes every now and then, depending on my mood or the season. So at the moment, it's just, you know, wintry themed. And I've got pictures of all the villagers I've got pictures of up on the walls. I have multiple pictures of Antonio, Phoebe, and Lolly. So I don't have any picture of Aurora or Lily up here yet. But once I do get them, I'll put them up here somewhere. But yeah, from left to right, Antonio, Phoebe, Carrie, Nibbles, Phil, Vesta. Phil was my first smug villager, the one you have to invite from the campsite, and I did not like him. He couldn't leave fast enough. Ketchup, Sid. Ketchup is actually on my girlfriend's island right now, so she moved to a better place, probably. Lolly, Drago, Francine, Muffy, Huck, Annabelle, Bud, Gruff, Rolled, and Julia. And now I'm just missing one pillar right above this little stereo here. That does not have any pictures yet, but still working on it. Still got to get Coco's picture, and I still got to get, what was the other one? Actually, I think that might be the only one. Yeah, because I got Gruff, I got Julia, Antonio just moved in. Yeah. So Coco's the only one left over. And, eventually Aurora and Lily would probably be giving me their pictures. But that's for another time. As for the rest of the upstairs... You got your little laptop. Can't really sit at the desk because the office chair is impossible to spin. Biotrope planter in the corner there. If you just want to sit and read a book about Jet Set Radio Future or a magazine about it, you can do that too. And now we're going to head downstairs for the last spot of the tour. And I don't believe this has changed much since the last time I showed it off either, but this is where I keep my, my cool junk that I don't know what to do with. Including this robot hero. You can also watch TV down here. We don't really have a seating arrangement for this TV, but I got, hey, low battery. But I guess while you're crafting things, it's something to keep on in the background. You got all your various trophies. You get, well, to show it off in the light, there's the left one is the fishing trophy, the fishing tourney. No, yes, that is the fishing tourney trophy, the gold one. Then you have the Happy Home Academy gold trophy and the insect tourney gold trophy. And then the trophy case already comes pre-packaged with all three of each of the fishing tourney and the bug catching tourney trophies. You got your fake Rosetta Stone here. I just really like the blue of that. You got your various knickknacks in the back. Knickknacks, paddywhacks, all that. It's also a good workout area. You got your treadmill, you got your pull-up bar. Exercise ball in the foreground right now. Just make sure you don't bump your head on anything, because the walking space down here is not... There isn't any, really, because of this protector of mankind right next to me. I'm talking about the rocket lamp, for the record. Anyway, that is my house, and I guess that's all of my island, too. So whether or not you are new to seeing my island, like if this is your first time seeing it, hope you enjoyed it. If this is the second time seeing it, hope you like the additions that I've made, or the changes. But yeah. Have a happy new year, everybody. And have a good holiday. Happy Decemberween to everybody. And have a good one.